Hey, what's going on guys, Smartglitch Gaming bringing you a video on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is the river raids, this is tips and tricks, a good review at the end of it, and absolutely every reward possible that's coming up right after this. Simply fast travel back to your camp and you'll meet this new person called Varg. And what you're going to do here is he's going to give you a little introduction on the river raids and what all that entails. So after a short cinematic, you'll get to sail and take your Vikings with you on this epic journey. Now there are 3 rivers in total. You'll start off at the River X. And in fairness, the rivers are quite big, but as soon as you get there, if you open your map on each one of these rivers, it will give you clues on the bottom right hand side. So the river raid map clues and the gear and weapons. All you got to do is go around and collect as many of those as possible. Now, how you do that is there's a little yellow circle just here. So you just ride your boat across, go across to this little yellow circle, and you'll be able to commence your first ever raid. This raid will actually consist of what they call a farmhouse. Now this is very important if you're wanting to keep your Vikings alive, because it will give you a reward, and that simple reward will be called Rations. So once it's very familiar to you, you bust the door open, and you're so used to this at the moment, is opening one of these big giant chests, which don't look out of place at all, do they? Cough cough. And you open one of these and it will give you rations, and you use these to bring back your Vikings. So we'll have a little look into that. So with your Vikings, once they've fallen, they'll have a little red circle above the head, as you can see in the top left hand side, and all you need to do is go to them and press triangle, and that will bring them back to life. You don't really need them though. Another tip is to explore absolutely everywhere. Every house in there are keys that you can pick up. There is a lot of weird loot, like who doesn't want a broken drum, but there's also loot chests that give you leather, iron, etc, etc. So get searching. River alert levels. Now this is going to be quite familiar to you because you've had this as soon as you come to England. If you actually explore the rivers or you burn down like the farmhouses and stuff like this, your river level will increase, and at the most they'll put a chain across the water. Pretty simple, to be honest with you. You know exactly what you're doing with that. Okay, so the next camp that you will come across, if you go right again, point your longship towards this yellow circle and you can raid, will be a small camp. So once we run across into this small camp, there are certain little different supplies that you can get this time, and these are called foreign supplies, again in the oversized box for some reason. Once you get those, you can actually spend those back at your camp. You can upgrade your cargo, and various other rewards we'll go through momentarily. And the other final camp is called the Fortification Camps. These are the large castles. All you have to do is simply kill everyone. Had to put the scene in. Bush. So easy to do. And you'll get St. George gear. It's very simple to see which camps are going to give you St. George gear. And it's going to be different for everybody, by the way, so use your map. So if I go across here and I'm hovering across, it will actually specify that it will contain gear and weapons. If I look at a different one, it won't say that. So it's these camps, the big ones, that you need to go to. So to return to your camp, all you simply do is you jump on your longship and you press the down on the direction pad, and you can simply just choose it the same way you would go fishing. Once you're back at this, you can actually spend the supplies, your hard-earned supplies, and there's not much to spend them on. There's a couple of shit tattoos on there, not even worth it at all, and there's a couple of other pieces. There's 5 pieces of a new ship, which is, yeah, I guess it's probably the best reward for the whole game, bar the St. George armour, which is just, it's a skin, you know, it's rubbish. So this is what it looks like here on this screen here, but let's take it in action. Let's do a little bit of cinematics for you. Look at this. It's not too bad. It's not too shabby at all. Another way to spend supplies is come along to your Viking Hut. You can upgrade this multiple times, and the higher level that you upgrade it to, you can actually rent out or recruit Vikings of that level, max being level 3. Brings us full circle back to the actual St. George armour collection, and yeah, okay, it looks pretty good, and as a Brit, it looks pretty badass. I love it. I actually do like the look of this, even though it's more of a like rehashed skin. It's quite a nice, pleasant reward. The issues I have with my review of the game is like cosmetically, yeah, I like that. How you get your supplies, you spend them, the Viking system, it's pretty diabolical, I'll be honest, and it's very short at the same time. So I'll give it a 2 out of 5 stars, I guess. Well, that's it from this one. GG.